Good afternoon. Here's a link. Just gotta set up everything and then wait for everybody to join. Hey, how it's kind of dark though. Let me see if I can make it lighter. Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, I remember you in the comments. You're doing good? No. Yeah, I remember you from both. I know the first time I remember you from the comments. I remember you from the comments, but yeah, I remember you from both. You can't hear me? I mean, Clement, you can hear me. Somebody saying that they can't hear me. Clement, can you hear me? That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, okay, you can hear me. Somebody saying that they can't hear me, so I was wondering. So what you been working on, Clement? You learn some new stuff. Is it more code related, or have you been using some of the AI tools that they've been talking about in the WhatsApp group? Oh, okay, okay. So this I mean this class is gonna be more code. So this is gonna be good. And I have some more stuff coming up on code, some no code stuff, and then some code stuff mixed together. So, but it's gonna be overall, it's gonna be pretty much building AI assistants and then integrate it into like stuff like Instagram and WhatsApp and all that. So I'm mixing a little bit of code and no code. So I can't. I have a video coming up on the building a real estate AI agent, and that's going to be a mix of code and no code. And so I'm gonna have that show you how you guys can put that in WhatsApp group and call up specific functions that can ask questions on your surrounding location of whatever real estate you're trying to purchase. Hello, welcome. Yeah, let me. I'm probably gonna wait. I'm not how long, maybe 5 6 minutes. Let everybody come and join before I start. Hey, Zing AI. Thanks. Hey, I wish I had some more better. I need to get some better lighting and stuff. I need to learn how to get those really good light because it's so dark. I don't know how to get better light. I try to get some better lighting, but I need to get those. I need to watch those YouTube videos and how those YouTubers do those really good lightings. Hey, Dan. Okay. So yeah, just to give you a little overview of what I'm going to go over, it's going to be pretty much I'm gonna kind of give you a step by step and how I actually kind of build this sales AI assistant. I won't go since I already kind of explained a lot of the code in my previous videos. I'll just show you how you can take my code that I've already done it, how you can install Venus code, install all those things you need, and then take the code that I've already done for you and make changes to it. And I'm just gonna show you how to set up the API key, how to set up your I guess your knowledge base, how to put it on Replit and run it live and how to set up Voiceflow because I didn't really show that in my other video. I kind of showed you how I set it up and how it works, but I didn't really show you guys how to kind of use Voiceflow and build that thing. And then I won't go over how to actually implement the assistance into stuff like Teams or WhatsApp today, but I'm gonna be going over a lot of my other next videos where I'm gonna show you how you guys can integrate your actual assistants and website into Instagram, all that, and then I'll do another live stream and show you guys how to I guess integrate it live. So I guess it's gonna be more of a part one. Yeah. Let's get some more lights in the room. Then that's what I'm gonna. The YouTubers always have like they have like the color lights or they have like the blue lights or stuff to make it like look real nice. I'm looking to getting one of those. I just have to watch some videos and figure out what type of lights to get because it's actually kind of hard to get like to set the lighting up and all that stuff. Hey, hey, Vivian. And hey AI Digital Stoic. So wait probably a couple more minutes, get more people in. Hey, the Street University project. Probably a few more people to join, and then you can start. Woo. So how have you guys been doing? Doing good? Wait, what have you guys been working on when it comes to AI? I know in the WhatsApp group, they've been talking about some new AI tools. I mean, before we talked about AI agents, assistants, AI agents, and how to use Open Assistant API to actually build those things. I mean, have you guys what specific have you guys been working on when it comes to AI? Yes, you know AI. Yeah, I saw that in the WhatsApp group. AI music. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I wonder what's going to happen with the AI music because now it's kind of easier. It's gonna make it easier and easier to kind of get in the music scene because now, I mean, you can pretty much clone different voices and then make your own lyrics and all that. So that's cool. Okay, that's nice. Working on knowledge for a particular niche. Yeah, a lot of people when they build these AI agents, so they like to niche down. So they might build like AI agents for real estate or AI agents for hospitals or something, and then it makes it easier to kind of rebuild and sell these things off because you already done it once, and then it's easier to do it again, do it again. It's also easier to know what these guys want when you're doing a specific niche. So doing niches are kind of nice. And we're gonna go over knowledge base today, so that's nice also. Okay, let me start now. Let me share my screen. Let me make sure you guys share my entire screen. And you guys can see the screen, right? You guys can see the screen. Just let me know if you guys can see the screen, and then let me go to. So quick news flash. What I'm gonna do is I set up I guess a virtual machine. You guys don't know what a virtual machine is. It's just I can pretty much like imagine you have a Mac computer, but you want to use a Windows computer. I can kind of go to this cloud service called Azure, spin up a Windows computer, a virtual computer, on my own computer. So this is what I'm gonna use to kind of start from scratch. So I want to show you guys how to download VS Code, how to make sure you got Python installed and all that. So you guys can, for the guys that don't really know the code or set these things all up, you can see me set it all up step by step. So I'm gonna go here. I have one called YouTube Live. I want to make sure you guys can see the screen. There you go. Make sure. Yeah, I'll slow down. I know I talk a little too fast, but I'll try to slow down. It's a habit, but you'll improve as you talk more. But let me try to slow down for you guys. So I'm gonna connect to this. Download RIP file. And this doesn't have anything to do with AI, AI agents. This is a cool thing you can do to kind of run any different types of computers on your own computer instead of buying a physical computer. So download, connect. Ooh, what was my password? It was Alozie. Okay. Yes. And I'm here. So let me go to Microsoft Edge. Sorry about data. Confirm, continue about data. Continue, start browsing. And let me go to my YouTube video so I can get the GitHub link up. I already have that up. So, and we're gonna follow the instruction in here. So I already have the instructions how to kind of set this up in my README for all you guys. So I'm gonna follow this step-by-step guide here. Let me see the comments. Yep, okay. So let me copy this link. Nope. I want to zoom in a little bit because I feel like the screen might be a little too small. So let me also zoom in. Tell me the screen is too small, but I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you guys make sure you guys can kind of see. But let me know if the screen is too small or if you guys can see properly. So the first step we're gonna do is pretty much just download VS Code. That's gonna be where we're gonna be writing our code pretty much. So let me see if I have the notes. VS Code setup, the guide right here. And really all you have to do is I have to just go to VS Code install. I have the guide right here, but it's pretty simple. VS Code, download VS Code, go to Windows, download, open file, and this should be the download. Let me see. Nope, let me make sure I solved it. Okay. Okay, here it is. Open file. Users downloads. Yeah, continue. Next. 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 So you see how it's pretty simple that it was just go to VS Code install, go to the first web link you see, and then if you have a Windows, you'll install on Windows. If you have a Mac, you'll install on the Mac. So I'll show that in a bit real quick. Finish. So Windows here, you have Windows. Mac here, you have Mac. So just click on these, whichever you have, and then VS Code. And when you guys open this, I would say that you want to right click and run as administrator. That makes it. When I didn't run as administrator, I had trouble installing stuff like Python and stuff. So I would run as administrator when you open it. Let me go back and see what it's up. Nice, screen is perfect. That's good. All right, continue. We have our Venus code. Simple as that. Pretty easy. So what's open here? Let's click here, open our terminal. And now we want to take the code that I've already built for you guys and clone it in here. So to do that, first we want to download this software package called, I think chocolate, or I'm just call it chocolate because that's the easier way to pronounce it. But let me go back to here. I hate how this thing blocks my tabs, but whatever. Go back. So we want to download Chocolate. This is a software package. Pretty much, it just makes like Python. It makes installing stuff like Python easier. Because without it, it's I'll just say it's kind of a hassle to get it up and running. So I use I like to use stuff like Chocolate to download and install stuff like Python stuff. And that's for Windows. If you have Mac, you have Brew. So I have steps by for Mac and Windows. So for guys that have Mac, the steps are here. And you can always just ask me questions if you're having issues installing a Mac. But right now we're using Windows, so we'll use Chocolata, and we have the install how to install this link here. So click here, and boo-doo-doo. Yeah, I think you just run this command. So all you have to do is go down here and just run this command. Copy and paste that command to your terminal. Okay, hopefully it should be there. Choco. Yep, it's there. Bet. Let's see. Okay, go back. So let's go back to our GitHub link. And what's install Git? So did I put the steps for Git here? Okay, guide install Git. But all you need to really do to install Git, since you already downloaded this, all you have to do to install Git is do choco, and then it should be install Git. And this is what we're going to use to clone my code into your I guess your computer pretty much. So I'll show you. Instead of having to copy and paste it, this is going to be way more fast and efficient. So yes, hide, yes. And it's gonna take a little bit to install. Hopefully, it won't take too long, but it'll take a little bit of time to install. So we'll wait a little bit. I'll see. Okay, that was actually faster than I thought. So we have Git. So let me CD. That's I'm just changing where I want to enclose my code pretty much. So I'll go CD documents. And then when I'm changing the file path, you see how you have desktop, downloads, documents. I'm just changing where I want to clone my code. So I'm going to documents because I like to store my stuff in the documents path, or folder or whatever. So now I can do git clone. And all I do is go to our go to our GitHub. Come here, go down to code, copy, clone, and it didn't work. Nice. Let's see what's up. Let's see, Git, let me see. Let me reopen and close it and see if that works. Let me see, Git. It still doesn't have Git. Let me see the documents. Choco install. And this is the annoying part of trying to install some of these things because, okay, now Choco's not working. Let me see. Let me exit out. VS Code. Run as me. And this is the annoying part of trying to install some stuff. That's why I kind of like Replit because it has a lot of these stuff installed, but sometimes sometimes these things be bugging and you have to start debugging it and kind of understand how these things install their packages and where it's kind of installed to get these things working, which, like I said, that's why sometimes I prefer Replit because it has all these things installed and you have to worry about doing all this. But let me see if it's working now. I close it and run it. Choke is not working. Let's see, terminal. Run as administrator. Okay, now it's working. See Git. Okay, that's working. So let's see what's the issue here. I think let me cancel these both out. Let me try one more time. Finish code. Run as administrator. Let's see, let me cancel this one out. Trash. Choco. So when I type in Choco or when I type in Git, I'm just checking if it can actually see the command, like if it can actually find the command. So if it prints out something, that means if it's finding the command now. So let's go to CD documents, and then let's go to Git clone and copy and paste what I already have, and it's working now. Okay, please remind us. So yeah, it's just a software package to break it down in the most simpler terms. It's just used to install Python. So to actually run code, you need to actually install the package for it. So if I'm building code in Python, I need to install Python to actually run it. And you will see it when I run the code. You'll see that there are some errors coming in, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But Chocolate just makes it very easy to install Python and use it. So it's just if you're a beginner, you want to use something like Chocolate because if you don't use it, it's a little harder to kind of get Python running on your computer. So overall, Chocolate is just a very easy way for a beginner to install Python on his computer. That's pretty much it. Just a very easy way for a beginner to install Python on his computer or install any software package. If it's JavaScript or Node, then it makes it easy to install that. So that's kind of a basic kind of explanation of that. So git clone, and if you see by CD, if I actually go to my files, go to add file folder to workspace, go to documents, you see this. You see the code that we cloned. Add it. Ooh, back. Somebody's going slow now. and close some tabs. Yes. Yeah, you see the code right here. Right here. So that's nice. So now let's go CD, change to this folder. Let me make it big so you guys can see. Tell me if you guys can't see the console and stuff. And if I have to zoom in, just tell me. Okay, go back. Okay, now let's go to retrieval functionality. So that's where we have the code for retrieving a knowledge base and answer questions based on our knowledge base. So let's go to this folder, retrieval functionality. And now I'm gonna run the code. So usually when you want to run the code, if you're using Python, you see it says .py, so it's Python. You just type in Python, you type in the name of the file. So this is the file that has our code. So type in the name of that file. You'll see an error come in. See, Python was not found. Run without arguments to install. So, like I said, to actually run this code, we need Python installed. So I'm gonna have to install Python. I'm gonna use the chocolate command, or I'm gonna say chocolate command. But first, there's one thing I mentioned. I mentioned in my repo for you guys to check. And this is when again I say that sometimes installing. That's why Replit is nice for beginners, because installing this sometimes can be annoying. But there was an issue I faced not during installing it, where I had to remove some stuff, some settings that my computer had. So I have it in the documentation also. So I have notes for Windows. I might have default Alice, blah blah blah. So I added notes here. But what you would usually need to check if you're check sometimes is settings. Go to apps. Yeah, go to apps, advanced app settings, app and issues analysis. If it's here. So you have this here. This kind of blocked me from my Python. Even when I installed it, it blocked me from my Python command from actually working. So you have to actually go turn this thing off. So yeah, there's some of these annoying things that make installing stuff and get it to work sometimes annoying, especially for a beginner trying to get this going. But just remember, you have to come in here and turn this thing off. And then, and honestly, I don't know why, like what specific issue is blocking it from use Python when this thing's on, but yeah, but this for it to actually work, you have to turn these things off. And then now we're gonna use our chocolate kind of software package we installed to download Python. So Choco install, and this is the Choco stuff that we downloaded earlier. Python. So this is what allows us to easily install different software packages in our computer. So yes, yes, yeah. I could have used the /y command to not manually have to do all this, but whatever. Okay, while it's download, let's check. Um, the screen is blue here despite blurry. So for any of you guys, is the screen blurry? Is it for any of you guys, you having trouble seeing the screen? It's hard to see it from my side. Let me see. I can check from my side, but if you guys comment if you guys can see the screen clear or not. And yes again. It is blurry when you're using your phone. I'm not sure if you're using your phone. Oops, let me go back to VS Code. Yeah, you might be using your phone or something because it is a little blurry when you're using your phone, but from the computer it should be good. But I'm gonna zoom in a little bit just to make it easier for you guys to see. I'll zoom in a little bit. Yeah, that's good. This should be better. So I just installed Python. Now let's try running this again. So this is our code. Let's try running this code again. Python sales call.py. Now what happened? I have an issue. Even though I download Python, I have an issue. I had the same issue before. I think I have to restart it. So trash. Let me exit out of here. Actually, let me go to VS Code. Let me see. Run as administrator. Let's see. Terminal. Python. Let's see. It's Python there. Okay, it's there now. It's nice. So there's sometimes when you after you install it, you have to exit out and then go and run VS Code again if it's not working the first time. There. Okay, let's see. Python. Let's cd into Python sales calls.py. Now it's saying import OpenAI is not found. So I think I talked about these in my articles and my live stream and my videos. But like I said, our code uses certain libraries to run. So to do certain things, we need to import certain libraries that have some other code that allows us to our code to do certain activities. So import OpenAI is what allows us to actually interact with OpenAI's API and use ChatGPT in our own code. So what it's saying now is that we didn't install this module. We never installed it. So I have this step in my GitHub also. Yeah, perfect. So I have all these steps in my GitHub also. If I go back, I mentioned that you have to install the dependencies. So that's the model talking about OpenAI. That's a dependency. So we have all these dependencies here. So all you have to do is run this command. So install these dependencies is copy this code right here. Oops. Copy this code right here. Copy. Click on it. Enter. And okay, I have to. So it's not in the retrieval function folder. It's outside of that. It's in the OpenAI Assistant API demo folder. So I have to cd to that folder. So cd, go back one, and now I run it, and now it's run fine. One thing to also mention, so Open Assistant API, it came out with a version 2 actually. So my code right now is it's built on leveraging version 1, but version 2 API made some few changes. So if you actually use version 2, my code doesn't work anymore. So if you see that I'm installing OpenAI 1.20.0, I have to specifically install that version so my code automatically uses version 1 of OpenAssistant API. And if I go to, let me show you, because they have some documentation on this. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, migrating. So they see me zoom in. And I'll probably have to make a new video on this because eventually the version 1 is not going to work anymore. By the end of 2024, version 1 is not going to work anymore. So you need to adjust your code to make sure it works for version 2. But I mean that's until the end of 2024, so you have plenty of time. But you see here, we changed the way the tools and files work in the API between version 1 and version 2 versions of the beta. Both versions of the beta continue to be accessible via the API today, but we recommend migrating to the newest version of our APIs as soon as feasible. we will deprecate, so remove V1 of the beta by the end of 2024. And if you see the small change, it's just that how is this how you're going to access these tools. So this is really big for retrieval. If you're using a knowledge base to retrieve information, the way you're going to access it now is going to change. So I probably have to make a video on all the new additions they did to the version 2 and how to adjust the code, but just to mention that they put in a new version that put some breaking changes. And if you see right here, it says how to change beta versions. It says with our SDK or dependency or the library I was talking about. You see OpenAI. You have to use specific. If you want to use version 2 of the assistant API, you have to basically use 1.20.0 version for that to work. So this is one thing to kind of mention there. And I was kind of talking fast on that one, but yeah, just kind of break that down for you guys over there. So now this thing is kind of installed. So let's try to run this command again. So Python sales call .py will work. Oops, I have to go to the folder. Python sales call. Oops. Sales call .py. Will work. No, now I need my OpenAI key. So I have to go. I'll show you guys how to create your OpenAI key and add it to your code. So let me get out of here. To the comments. Hello, Alexander. Okay. Now, yeah, I was going to show you guys how to get Open Assistant API. Let's go here. Let's go to computer's so slow. Okay. Let's go to OpenAI.com. Let's go to login. Let's go to API. Okay, let's go to settings. Actually, let's go to API keys. That's weird. I thought I had a bunch of new API keys. Whatever. Create new API key. YouTube live key. YouTube live key. All permissions. Create secret key. Copy. Now let's go back to our code. So I have to create a new file called .env. And then let me copy the secret key here. Hopefully you guys don't use it by time I delete it by the end of this YouTube live stream. Just do OpenAI, copy here. This is my GitHub repo. There. And then that should be it there. Now you have the OpenAI API key there. So let's try running this thing again. Python sales call. Let me try to save that to .py. Will it work? Okay, it's working now. Now let's go over how we'll kind of change this knowledge base, because now you have my code and it's working. Now you want to make changes. Now you have a different knowledge base you want to use. So let's go over that. So I was trying to think what knowledge base we should use. I was thinking of going to, how in our WhatsApp group we talk about how to use different AI tools and how to use it for making money over your business. So let's go to the WhatsApp group. Let me see. computer so slow. So I was thinking of just making a quick knowledge base or quick docs that kind of talks about what these AI tools does and what the business use case for it. So I'll probably use ChatGPT to help me configure this because we don't have that. But I'm trying to get some of the information for WhatsApp and some of the information from ChatGPT. So I guess what the point of this will be is that now it like let me say like Van Dam, he's doing daily AI nuggets. So he's doing AI nuggets every day. But I mean, that's gonna be kind of hard to keep up with because I mean, especially if you get added new, it's gonna be hard to keep up with all the daily AI nuggets. So the point of that would be you have a knowledge base that people can access in the WhatsApp group, and then they can ask, I want to build chatbots. What's the what tool can I use, and what's the business, and what business can I set up with that? And based on the information we discussed in the WhatsApp group, the AI will be able to answer questions based off that. So that's what I'm gonna probably build today, or build, and that's gonna be the knowledge base I'm gonna build on. So let's try that. So right now, I'm probably just gonna try to kind of copy some of the information that Van Dam has already put in the WhatsApp group and put that in the docs, and then I'll ask ChatGPT to make some tools and business use case itself. So let's create Google Docs. And let's see what's up with the. Yeah, I mean it's YouTube Live, so it's gonna be recorded. So you can always come back and watch this. So let's go. Where was I again? I got so many tabs. I was here. Google Docs. Oops. So I'm gonna show you guys how I would go create a knowledge base, especially if I'm doing it like as a test run, how I kind of create a knowledge base. Even though you guys might already have a knowledge base yourself that you want to use, but I'm just gonna show you if you wanna test something out and you want to build some knowledge base, you have an idea and you want to test out a demo knowledge base. I'm just showing how I would build mine out. So first I'm gonna just copy the data that we do have in here. So you see Sidekick, so and this is small. I'm gonna zoom in because I know this is small, 80%. Yeah, Sidekick. I don't want to take too long creating a knowledge base, but I really want to show you guys how I would create a knowledge base. Create beautiful. So what does it do? And business use case. And I'm just gonna get ChatGPT to create the business use case for me. Okay. Oops. What the heck? Okay. What would be a business use case? Ooh, why can I not spell business right? Let me zoom in a little bit more. What would be the business use case of a site? I could start business use case for a site like this. I'm gonna just get ChatGPT to create that. Okay. That's a lot, bro. So much. All right, so damn, so many ideas. Oof. Damn, it's going. It's going. All right, let me copy it. Let me copy this. I don't want to take too long of this, but I do really want to create knowledge based on this and show you how you guys use it. Let's see. No comment. So let's go back here. Okay, what's the next tool he talks about? Let me spend like maybe 5 to 10 minutes on this so it doesn't take too long. You can see creating a knowledge base and sometimes take a little bit, especially just creating it from scratch. But let me do 5 to 10 minutes on this. Let's see what's next. Daily Linux, open Sora. So OpenAI Sora. Sora. Let me put things on this like an easy sidekick. OpenAI Sora. Okay. And that's, I guess, it creates short films, but let me have AI just create what it, tell me what it does. Can you tell me what open Sora does? It'd probably give me a more detailed explanation what it does. I don't know why I did that. Whatever. In the OpenAI Sora, I guess it's new, so I'm not sure if ChatGPT actually even know what that is, but I guess it does. Okay, it does. Dumb it down some. You don't need a too complicated. Blah 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 blah. Dumb it down some. Dumb it down. Dumb down the explanation some. Dumb down the explanation some. Ooh, don't know. Okay, yeah. It's like a very smart. They dumb it down. Let's get that. Okay, there. That, and then let's see what it does. So, like we did here, what it does. So I got 5 more minutes in building this. Let me try to build it. What it does. Business use case. Ooh. OpenAI Sora, business use case. Let me go copy and paste right here. Like this. OpenAI Sora. Let me guys know if there's any AI tools you want me to add to this knowledge base. I'm just taking the AI tools he mentioned in the WhatsApp group. Real estate education tools. So I'll do 3 more tools, and then that's it pretty much. Don't want to take everything. More tools. Do. Oops. Okay. Good. WhatsApp group. What other tools? We did chat base. I know we talked about chat base really early in the group. So let's do chat base. ChatGPT, chat base. Into me chat base. Terry's platform allows you to create a customer for what so you can take Sunday. Okay, bet. Take this. Chat base. Take that. What does it do? What does it do? Business use case. What are some business use case? Customer support, lead generation. Oops, go back. Fee collection, personal marketing. Look how many business ideas this thing generates. It's a bunch of business ideas. I feel like they can keep going and keep going on. Let's copy and paste this. So you guys can use it. So let me do 2 more tools. I know we talked about the recent tools, so let me put that on there too also. And let me do one on images. What's that group? Oops. Oh, let me see. What do you mention? So I mentioned something. You can use 11 labs. Okay, I do 11 labs. Let me do 11 labs. Can you describe 11 labs? What 11 labs does? 11 lab does. And yeah. And I'll do Midjourney, and that's probably it. I'll do Midjourney, then song one, and then that's probably it. So we can. Yeah, knowledge base takes so long to build. Sometimes, like a good knowledge base puzzle takes so long to build, but it's a good thing you can use ChatGPT to kind of help you with it. But if you're just building knowledge base from scratch, it takes a good bit. But this is a lot of information. You know, I don't need all this information. Okay. Okay, it's even told me the business application now because that's what I've been asking. So it's using I guess it's using the previous history of the questions I asked, and now it already knows that I'm gonna ask what are the business use cases for it, and it's adding that into the response. 11 labs. Ooh, does it do? What does it do? Do. Exit. Business use case. Business use case. Oops. Stop doing that. Okay, but I'm saying I just want to do this. Business use case. For creators. Okay. Gotcha. There's a bunch of other business use cases this it can have, but let's take this for now. Okay, 2 more. Let me see if somebody mentioned. I'm probably gonna do. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do the song one and then down Midjourney for images. Oh, can you describe Midjourney? Hey, don't give me too long of description. Too long of a description. Ooh, major instances, blah blah. Do 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 do. Requires efficient. Ooh, where was I? Let me take that. Do 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 do. My journey. Heading 3. What does it do? What does it do? And now, what's the business use case? What is the business use case? Okay, what is the business use case? CUC. What are some business use cases? Okay, then the last one. Ooh, almost finished this. Took like 10 plus minutes to build this knowledge base, but one more, and then we can go back to back to the code. So many business ideas. What's the business use case? And the last one, we talked about the WhatsApp group. Blah, blah, blah. Let me scroll all the way down. Slow. This is about can use Little Labs. Okay, what is the music one called again? Suno, yeah. I don't know if that's how new that tool is. Let's see if ChatGPT knows what it is. Let's see. Can you tell me what Suno is? What does? It's an AI tool for music. Let's see if it knows what it is. Okay, it knows what it is. Okay. There. Suno AI. Put that heading right here. Business use case. And what? No, not business. What does it do? What does it do? Business use case. Okay. Okay, let's type in. This is the last one. Ooh. What are some business use cases? Use cases. Okay. Okay. This is really get some really good business ideas. It's cool. Okay. Okay, I bet. Business use case. Okay. There. Now we have our knowledge base finally. Let me see if I can go to AI. Let me see. This is a lot, so I'm not sure if the context will can take it, but let me see if I can tell OpenAI AI to clean this up to a better looking knowledge base. Let me see. Let me see if it does it good or not. Hey, I'm creating a knowledge base that that has info on AI tools it tells people what these AI tools do and its business use case. Could you clean up and improve on this knowledge base? Let me see if it does if it actually improves on it. It does anything. See what it does. This is a lot of information, so I'm not sure. Well, ChatGPT, when you give it too much information, sometimes it doesn't write everything out. So let's see what it does. Okay, it's writing all out. Let me see what. Okay, so I wrote everything out all out. There's it, then copy and paste this. And I could have asked to add more tools, but since this is a demo, we don't need to give it that much knowledge base, that much tools to add on it. But yeah, this is good. Okay, bet copy and paste. Okay, let's now download this as a P file. AI tools knowledge base. And now let's download this as a PDF file. So PDF document. I have to do it on my virtual computer. So let me let's see how would I do that. Let me share this link. Copy link. Let me make sure anybody can access it. And move on link. Copy link. Go to my computer. Okay, and then let me see if I can just download this thing. Yep, that's nice. I can just download this thing. Bet. It looks all nice and clean. So let's see if we can add this. Let me go to documents. Let's see, go to downloads. Move this to documents. Move this to OpenAI API. And then move this to retrieval functionality. So now we have it here. And it's not going to show it in English here, but we have it here. So now it's the part where we actually change our knowledge base and have it answer questions based on that knowledge base. And this it's pretty easy to just change this. So we go here. This is where we mentioned what file we want to use as our knowledge base. So I mean, all I have to go in here, I'm going to give it a simpler name. First, AI tools. You don't have to give it the longest. AI tools. Enter. AI tools PDFF. AI tools .pff, and then all we have to do is go down here. This is where we ask our question. We're doing this, so come here. Let's see. What should I ask? I can ask, what tool can I use to build chatbots? And what are some business ideas I can start with by using this skill? So let's get that, save, and let's run this. Let's see, Python sales calls that pie. Let's see what happens. Oh, I didn't give it a prompt. I'm dumb. Let me exit out. I have to give it a prompt. I have to update the prompt also. So where's my prompt? My prompt is right here. Your internal sales bot assistant employed by a chat company, tasked with everything. So let me change this because we're doing a different prompt. So what I usually do is just go to OpenAI Assistant API. So I'm gonna go to ChatGPT. And I'm gonna say, what should my prompt? Can you improve on this prompt? Can you improve on this prompt? And that prompt can be, hey, you're a sales assistant. No, you're a consultant, or what is it? It doesn't matter. You're a sales assistant, and you help answer my members in my group chat, answer questions, members of my AI group chat on what AI tools they can use for certain activities or use cases, what those tools do, and and business use cases. Talk, see, answer them like how you would in a human conversation by using the knowledge base given to you. Answer them like how you would in a human conversation, and that's, I think that's it. Does it tool? Yeah, can you improve on this prompt? Generate. All right, let me refresh. Slow computer. Okay, bet. Let me. It's good thing I copy and pasted that thing. No, I have to retype. What the heck? That's so annoying. How can you improve on this prompt? Can you improve on this prompt? Can you improve on this prompt? You are a sales assistant. Let me just call it Hack and Hustle. So let's say you help members in my WhatsApp. It doesn't matter, in my WhatsApp group. Answer questions on what type of AI tools they can use. What it does, and its business use case based on the query. They give you, and the knowledge base you're using. Answer their questions, messages like a human would answer them in a human conversation. I saw so many things wrong with that, but it should improve the product. So here's an improved version of the sales assistant. And this way you're tasked with helping members represent details on various radar, which each do explore their business applications. Using blah 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 to provide clear. Okay, bet. Well, let's take this prompt. Roll. Okay. Let's go to back here. Okay, yeah. Blah blah. Now I have to add these triple code. How many codes is there? You would. Well, but what the heck? I hate when it does this. How do you even copy that? Is it okay? Maybe it's because I copied it in the other computer. Let me see. Yeah, let me add this to their Google Docs real quick. Google Docs. Google Docs. Add that there. And skip. Link, copy link, done. And so this is a virtual computer. So what I'm copying in my actual laptop isn't going to this. So I have to copy and paste this thing in here, and then copy it on the virtual computer I'm using. So I'll copy all this. And let me go back there. There. And I have to add those triple quotes. And now the code should be good. Now let's run this. Python. Sales calls. Apply. If you guys have any questions you want me to ask, tell me. Add it in the chat also. So if you guys have any questions you want me to ask this thing, just add it in the chat. I can ask it to you. So we're still gonna go to the replit part now. I know this part. This is kind of our playground where we're just kind of testing how this thing works. I know this one took a while, but now we're gonna go to the replit part. See what we can build build in replit and how to do that process. So the replit and Voiceflow part that we're gonna go over now. Let's see. So you can see how it's saying waiting for assistant and complete run, waiting for assistant. So when we start up assistant, until it gets a response, it gets a queue state, and you can see my code. I'll explain a lot of this in my video in my articles, but you can see my code. Let's see. While true, run equals threads dot retrieve, thread equals thread ID, and it says printing for waiting for assistant. So until run says completed, it won't break and go to the part where it actually prints out the message. So until it says completed, it's going to keep printing out for assistant complete run, waiting for assistant complete run. So now I print out. So we'll see what it says. It didn't update. There's also one thing I missed. One thing big I missed also. And one thing is that I'm running this in the wrong computer first of all. Look at the wrong computer. Okay, here. I was looking at the wrong computer. So now here's a big issue right here. So I asked the assistant to answer this question, and one, it's not using the tools that we mentioned in the knowledge base. So I think there's two things I missed. One, I'm using the old assistant ID. So the assistant ID I was using was the one for a sales assistant. So it's probably not using this new knowledge base I just added in here. It's probably using the old assistant I created before. So in short term, what I mean is that even when you make code changes, if you don't delete this and create a new assistant, it'll still use the assistant from the old code changes. So when you make a change, like you want to use let me say a different document, you want AI to use a different document as a knowledge base. You want to delete this file, and then you want to run it, and you want to create another assistant, a new assistant ID, because that will create a new assistant that will use that new file and a new prompt that you gave it. So that's probably one reason why it wasn't using any of the tools that we actually added to the knowledge base. It's saying IBM Watson Assistant. Right? We didn't mention any of this in our knowledge base. So it was save. Now let's rerun this again. iPhone. Ooh, doo-doo. It's called Pi. Now let's rerun this. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Makes sense. And then let's go over here. See what it says. And I'm in the wrong. No, I'm the right one. Okay, that's good. Takes a while. Now we'll see what answers. Let's see. Now it's still using. So now we have to change this prompt because this prompt isn't working because now it's not using what we mentioned in our knowledge base. So let's update this prompt. Let's go back and update this prompt. So let's go to Open. Where's the Open Assistant? I forgot. So yeah, we have to update this prompt. So can you update this prompt to make sure that our chatbot only uses knowledge base to answer user questions. If there isn't a tool in knowledge base that doesn't fit the description, or what the user asks about, then respond with you don't have AI tool currently in our knowledge base that fits what you're talking about. Yeah, and this is when you talk. This is where prompting is so important. Because if you don't prompt it well or be very specific what you want, then the AI will do something completely different on what you want. I mean, you can see how the AI now is not even using our knowledge base. It's giving us stuff like Amazon Lex, Rasa, Chatful, ManyChat. It's mentioned some of the business use cases that we mentioned in our docs, but it's giving us a bunch of tools that were not mentioned in our knowledge base. And we kind of want to just use our knowledge base to answer those questions. So let's go back to what it gave us. Okay. There. Bet. Ooh, scroll up. But now we'll see if this prompt will do something different. Copy. Okay. Need this, and then let's go back to. Let's see if this will actually change anything. And I'm just gonna delete this system. I don't know if we have to do actually. We're making changes to the instructions of the prompt. I'm not even 100% sure that if we need to create a new assistant, but just to be safe, I'm gonna create a new assistant so I can make sure the new prompt actually works. Okay. Let's see. Save. Make sure I save that and delete the recycling bin. And now let's run this again. Python 3 sales calls. And I need Python sales call.py. Let's see if this thing works. While I'm waiting to see if there's anything in the interacts in the comments. Makes sense. Okay, let's see. It did now. Yes, see? See, it works now. Let's zoom in. So this is, like I said, this is why prompting is so important. You see how it was giving us schools not ever chat based, and then when we added the prompt, now it's making sure that it's only answering stuff in their chat base. So prompting is big to get these things to actually work. So let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it. Let's see, where's view? Okay, view appearance. Zoom in. Okay, zoomed in too much. But it says to build chatbots, use a tool called Chatbase. Chatbase allows users to create customized AI chatbots or websites, streamline interactions like answering queries and collecting leads. Exports customization integration options that can be applied to various use cases, making for some versatile choices for developing chatbot solutions. There are some businesses that you can use to chatbot, and it says customer support automation, e-commerce assistance, feedback collection, personalized market. Use chatbot to fill. Okay, so we have that. So now we have that working. So now we kind of this is our playground. We kind of tested out how to kind of make changes to this thing and how to kind of use this sales assistant and how to create new sales assistant using the code I've already created for you. So let's go to Replit and how to actually deploy this thing in Voiceflow and build it in Voiceflow, because that's what you're gonna use. It's gonna be stuff like Voiceflow or BotPress. That's what you use to actually integrate into Instagram or WhatsApp and all that stuff. So let's go into that part now. So let me go back. I don't really need this anymore. I have Replit here. And let me go out here. I'm gonna clone what we already had. So if I go to my YouTube video, you can see that I have the Replit links and templates. So let's go to the sales chat one. And all we have to do is use this code, is click it. Once you have a Replit account, all you have to do is click fork and run. And we call it AI WhatsApp group sales chat, but AI WhatsApp group sales chatbot. Okay, now code. We have the code. So the first and biggest important part right now is you see a missing secret value. So we need to add an OpenAI secret into here. So I mean, all we have to do is let me see, go to sales calls. Well, it's using it's using the OpenAI key. So it's using this value. So we go here, scroll down. You'll see something called secrets. All I have to do is copy and paste this OpenAI key, and let's go back to the value that we used before. I have to copy this on the docs because that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to have to remove the docs right away though. So slow. Why is it so slow? Man. Okay, bet. See, copy and paste. Oh, I'm dumb. I can't edit this. I'm so dumb. Let me go to yeah, let me just go to Google Docs. I have to sign in. See, what's the easiest way to copy? Let me just create a new API key. I'll delete all these API keys later. Go here, exit out. Let's just create a new API key. OpenAI. The computer went blank. Let's go here. And if you go to our assistants, go quick. And I go refresh. Oh, it's gonna be in the same name because we called it the same. Let me call it something else. Actually, let me go call it something else. So let's call that pi. I'm gonna call it AI. WhatsApp chatbot. Save. Delete this assistant ID. You're gonna see after it runs successfully, you're gonna see a new assistant called that name pop up in the UI. So let me cancel and then Python. Make sure I save Python sales call dot py. Oops. Python sales call dot py. That's gonna be running. And while that's running, let me get my API key. Create new YouTube replit. Definitely have to delete these things after. YouTube replit. Create new key. Copy. And then let's go to a replit. Go here, paste that value. Add secret. Now it's not missing anymore. And let's run this thing. But first we have to go delete this assistant ID file. We're gonna create a new assistant. Let's delete this. Don't need this. We're gonna add a new file. So let's go upload a file. We'll see if we have a download file. Downloads. Add to knowledge base. Let's go to our sales call.py file and call it the AI tool WhatsApp. AI tool Let's copy the same name that we created here. Yeah, what's our group? Got it there, and then let's change the file that it's looking at. Let's change it to its AI tools. Named it too long, AI tools. And change it here. What file that we're gonna use as a knowledge base right here? AI tools.pff. So now everything's good there. Now I want to go back and show you the UI real quick. So if I go back to my assistants, you can see the assistant has been created. So you can see our AI website group assistant has been created in a UI also as the retrieval functionality. Is not then I'll call it file search now. So the V2 version changed it. So hopefully this will work in Replit still, even though they updated the version. Hopefully, so we have the we have the OpenAI key, we have the file, we changed the name, and the file is looking at. The only thing we need to do now is change the prompt. So our prompt is here. We have an assistant instructor. We have in the prompt.py file. So all I have to do is change this prompt. So let's go back. Let's copy the prompt that we already done before. Ooh, look at this big prompt. Copy. Ooh. And save. Now we can just run this thing. And just so you guys know, I go over this again in my video and in my articles, but this is just what is going to run our code and allow us to actually call it to give us the response that our code, I guess the response or the result our code gets back to us. So that's I explained it in the live stream before and in my videos and articles, but just to give you a basic rundown, this is a file that hosts our code so we can call it and get the results of our code. Let me see if there's anything in the stream. So now I'm gonna click run. Let me see API key. So it was called API key, not okay. It was called API key. So I have to go to the secrets and call it. It was called API key, not API. So let me name it the right way. Edit. API key of that secret. Run. Now it's running. So what I want to do now is go to the web view, click on new tab, and we're going to use this URL for later. So it's going to mention we're going to use the URL for later. Now let's go into Voiceflow. Let's sign in. Now let's go back to my YouTube video. So I gave you the template you guys can use to install this thing. So I'm also going to create it from scratch, but let me show. I want to show you guys how you can install this also. So all you guys have to do is go to code, download zip. Yeah, I would download zip. Or do you need to download zip? Okay, let's try. Let's see what happens when you download zip. Okay, download zip. Now go here. Go to import. go to downloads. Yeah, I can't import it through zip. I have to actually import it as a regular file. So let me go back to GitHub. I just go to this file specifically, and then download this file, this raw file. And now I can go back, click here. And now you see right here, latest version, click. And now you see it's been created. And we click on here, click on open up, we're gonna click on here, cancel, designer. You can see we have the Voiceflow chatbot that we created before. Now I want to actually show you guys how to create this from scratch. I'll use this as a reference, but I want to show you guys how to create this from scratch so you guys at least have some idea how to use Voiceflow. So let's go to Voiceflow. Let's see if anybody still here. 0. Oh, there's 3 people. That's good. You guys learn, getting a lot of value watching all of this, so that's good. And then let's go to new assistant. Sorry, wrong one. So let's go Voiceflow. Sign back in. Now let's go to new assistant. Let's say AI WhatsApp group assistant. It's chat, and then it's going to be in English. Continue. Create assistant. It adds a lot of this nonsense in here, so you can just go click and delete this. I'm not going to do all the text, but anything you don't need, you can just go delete. Yeah, delete. So the first thing we're going to start off is go here. We're going to have an API. We're going to call the API. So when this person starts, it's going to call the API. That's going to create our thread. It's going to create our conversation history pretty much. So we go to API action, drag that here. It's getting so hard to drag. Acting slow. Okay, there, bet. So then drag. Okay, now it's dragged. Now this is where our Euro comes in play. This is what, when we ran the code, we go back here to our replit. When we ran the code, it created a web view. And again, we can access this by opening up a new tab. And the new tab, it has our URL. And this is what it's going to hit to run our code. And then we can get the results back from our code. So if we go here, replit, Voiceflow pretty much, what's in here. And then we have to add the actual endpoint to it. So the endpoint, if you go look at our code, is /start. So we need to add /start here. So there's already a slash, just need to add start there. And then we need to capture the result our code gets. So capture the response. So first we need to create a new variable. So create a new variable. What variable? I think it was thread ID. Create a variable called thread ID. And then we need to add the response that we're going to capture. And what was the response? Let me go back to we make sure. Okay, response to that thread ID. And we get that from, go back to my code. Sorry. So what we return, we see right here, we return thread ID right here. So we take what value we're returning, and then we just add response before it, and that will give Voiceflow the value that it returned, that our code returned. So enter key, response to that thread ID. And we don't need any parameter. I think that's all we need. So let's test this out actually. 200K, and then we'll see what it sent. So you see it sent it back our thread ID. So that's what we're gonna use that creates our conversation history. So each thread ID has a different conversation history. So if I have, let me say I'm user 244 and my AI agent is talking to 244, then that user will have a separate thread ID, and that AI agent will have the conversation histories of everything they talked about before. Now, eventually the AI agent is going to create a new thread ID if the conversation gets too long, and it's going to forget everything. But short is that thread ID is your conversation history. And so we have it. So this will create our conversation. This will create our conversation context. So this is where our AI assistant will store all our messages in, pretty much. And then we have a success. If it fails, we can have let me say if you have this in production, you might want to have a failure message so people know what to do if it fails. So I might have something like, I think if I go back here to what I had before. That's what it is. Computer is so slow. Okay. So I said fail to create new thread. I'll do a different one. So if I have a failure, I might do talk, text. Oops. Okay, failure. And I might say, contact support. Try again. Try and ask your question again. And if it still doesn't work, contact support. So when it fails, people at least know what to do when it fails. So generate that. Oops, I don't need to generate two, bro. That should be good. Yep. And then if it succeeds, we create a new block. The block will be text. It can be, hi, I am, let's see what the, what's the name of our WhatsApp group? Ooh. What's the name of our WhatsApp group? Okay, I'm the AI Mastery, it says AI Assistant. Let's say that, let's go with that. Okay, I'm the AI Mastery AI Assistant. Hey, I'm the assistant. Let's do that. And let's add another text block. I want to add a comma actually. I'm the AI Mastery groups, AI Mastery's AI Assistant. Let's just go with that. It doesn't really matter. And then we got another text. And then we can say, how can I help you? It might be a little different because it's going to happen on a WhatsApp group. So you might have the assistant ask questions when somebody says /AI assistant, and they might respond with, how can I help you? So it doesn't matter, but let's start with, how can I help you? How can I help you generate? Oh, why am I generate this twice? How am I assist you? That sounds cooler. Yeah, yeah. How can I assist you? And then what we want to do is capture the response you send back. So after the assistant says something, you're gonna respond to it. So this will need to respond to capture that response, so it can send it to the chat endpoint, which will send a message to the Open Assistant API's API. So it can send you back a response, the response that AI gives you or your AI agent gives you. So you do capture the response. So we do capture. Yeah, entire we can say entire user reply. So and then we can set it to equal to the last utterance value. Okay. So now we have ooh, hey, 4 people. Hey, you guys say you sit here, bro. So you need so this is a lot of info dump for you guys, but it's a lot of learning, guys. A lot of learning, a lot of good learning. So let's see. What do we do? And then after that, I think we go to the I think we called the chat endpoint actually. Yeah, we called the chat endpoint. So let's go and create another endpoint. I don't know why it creates all these things that we don't need, but you can just delete if you don't like that, you can just delete it. Just click in here or yeah, delete. I'm gonna leave it for there for now because it doesn't really matter. So let's go to dev. Let's call it create another API block. And then this is gonna be a post. So actually I didn't mention that. So before our AI the method that we're running right here, this is the method, the HTTP method was get because I guess since we're just calling that endpoint, but the next one is going to be a post because we're actually going to post a value to that endpoint. We're going to send the user message to that endpoint. So we're going to use post for that. So when you're setting this up, make sure you can post as the using post as the HTTP method. And we're doing the same thing. We're taking the URL that we already created before. But difference is that you go to main.py. You can see it's /chat. So we add /chat to there. So we're adding /chat. Now we have to add something to the body because we're sending something to it. You're sending some information. So what we're gonna send is the thread ID and then the user message. So the AI agent will know what conversation that it needs to it's talking to or what conversation it's supposed to be in, and then it will know what the message is, so it knows what to respond with pretty much. So I forgot how I did it. We're gonna do raw pretty much. Not raw, let's do form data. Let me see how I did this in my again. Yeah, okay, we just did raw. So pretty much let me just copy it. So pretty much we put brackets, we did third ID because we're setting the third ID value. And what we added here was the actual value that we set it equal into Voiceflow. So you go to Voiceflow. Let me see, go to the Voiceflow. You can see that the user reply, I set equal to last utterance. And if I go to request, I don't think I actually set equal to something. I have to set equal to something. No, I set equal to third ID. So third is last ID. So the same value that I gave in my code. So go to body, go to raw, copy paste that. Oops, that's not what I want to copy and paste. And I did ca, not chat. Ooh. I think I actually deleted this thing. Okay, let's create a new one. Okay, here /chat. And parameters. No, we don't want parameters. We want body. We're setting to post. You see how post it has a body because we're actually sending like some values to that API endpoint. Let me just copy what I already had here. And the message value, I think this is cited in our code. So let's go to our code. So let's go to start. So you see in the code, it's going to look for message. So that's the value that our code is looking for. But the last utterance is the value we set it in Voiceflow. So we have the value that we set in Voiceflow, and then we have the value that our code is looking for. So message is the value that we set in our code that we want to look for, and then last utterance is the value that we set in Voiceflow. And then in Voiceflow we actually set we had thread ID also. So let's update that. It's really the same value. Okay, and let's see what's in the request. Let's see what happens. So when we send the request, we actually have to give it a thread ID. I have to go create a thread ID first. So let's go test this endpoint again. Send request. Gives it 100. Copy thread. Okay. And then let's send a request. Let's do. And the question I can ask it is, let's see, what question can I ask it? Let's think. I'm really into music. Is there any business I can start? I can start in the AI music pool. Let's see, generate. Let me copy and paste this. I can copy it. Let's generate. Oh, bruh. No. Let's copy it there. Let's go back and get the thread. I have to run it again, get the thread. Send request. Get the thread. Send request. Copy thread. And go copy this. Generate. And now we have to give us a 415 error. What is a 415 error? First, we can check if it actually hit the endpoint. So let's first check if it actually hit the endpoint first. Yeah, it did hit the endpoint, but it gave a 415 error. I don't know what 415 error is. Let me see. Google. I feel like it's because the new version. This might be using the new version. Let's see, 415 response code. Okay, this is a bad payload content. So let's go to what's that group? So let's add, I think I didn't add the headers. So what I want to add, let me see, go to sales, add the content type. So this is important. Ooh, I think this might be very important to add also, is make sure you have the header set also. So let's go to sales. Let's go to content type, copy content type, application JSON. Hopefully I don't have to copy it. It's there. And generate receiver actually works. And still give me a 1450 error. Let's make sure. Let's just show up. The format might be due to result indicated content type or content or inspecting the data directly. Let's see. So that should be right. ID. Let me see. It doesn't give you much. It doesn't give you the error logs. I might have to add some error logs into this thing, but let's check here. Let me create the same value as I did before. So let me copy and paste that. Copy and paste. Okay, variable. Oops. here, third ID. Let me copy that here. Let me see what else could I be missing. I might have to add logs to this thing. Parameters, content tab, content raw. Let me see if I'm missing anything here. Post, content type. I don't think I am. Let me try this one more time and see what happens with this thing. And it's going to the right endpoint. Yeah, it's in the right endpoint. Oh, I have to rerun to get the ID value. Yeah, we'll send a request. So it looks like it's working. I'll see if it works. I'm not sure. I'm not sure it was the content, the headers that was causing the issue, or the value. I'm gonna change the value again to see that was causing the issue. See work this time. So with an interest in music and AI, there are several business ideas you can explore in the based on an idea called Suno. So it's using the tool that we mentioned there. Let me see. Yeah, you can just scroll down like this. So it says content creation for media. Content creation for media. It says advertising and marketing, creating a new service for developing unique visual brand for marketing campaigns. And if you go back, let's go back to our knowledge base and see what our knowledge base has. Where did I create that knowledge base? Let me see. No, where did I create that knowledge base? I think I created it here. Yeah, right here. Let's go to Suno. Let's check and see if it actually matches up for our knowledge base. Yeah, advertising and marketing, content creation for media. So it does match up for knowledge base. So let's go back to Voiceflow. And let me see what the exact issue was that was causing the issue before too, just in case you guys run into it. I want to make sure I can explain the issue if I know the issue. So let's go back and go to get. Let me use the third ID value I was using before. Let me use this and copy and paste this. Let me create a new value. Yeah, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna delete this value actually. Can I delete this? No, I'm just see what happens if I just do this. That name already exists. So let me use this value again. Let me copy and paste this. Let me put it in post. Let me go save. Oh, I think I already saved it wrong. Nope. And send some request. See what happens. Let's see what happens. It shouldn't take that long since it's using the same thread. So it's probably gonna say something like your access question. Let's see if it does that. That's what it should say. Okay, it worked. So I think it was with the header. So let me take this header out real quick and then run it again. Let me send a request. Yep, it was a header. It was so having the header is important to have. So we need to make sure that we have our headers added into this. Okay. Oops, it's not copy and pasting. Copy and paste. Whatever. Copy and paste. Okay. Let's see if there's anything in the chat. See how many guys just in here. I mean, you guys can always rewatch this later too, though. But it's good if you guys see this thing live. So you got 4 people in there. It's good. 3 people now. It's good though. You guys 2 hours long, guys. You guys are 2 hours in. It's nice. Now let's go back to our Voiceflow. Ooh, so many tabs. Okay, go back to Voiceflow. Let's delete these tabs right here. Okay, what's next in this thing? We can have our failure stuff. So, other failure stuff. We can add it as a talk, text, call customer, ask question again, or call customer support, or call customer support. So this is a message it will send if it fails. And so I can show you how to make. I can show you what would happen if it fails. And then what was our next step in here? We had the chat one, and then we had the late. So this is where we actually force it to send a response. So we create talk, text. Oh, I missed the important part. We need to capture the response. So it's going to send us the messages our AI assistant sent, our AI agent sent us back. So we need to capture that so we can show in Voiceflow. So enter a key. What key I put for this one? So capture. So it's just response to response. So response as in it's going to take it. Is this taking the response? So let me see. Let's go to code. Let me stretch this out. So you see in the end of our code, it's returning a response. So anytime you're taking the value from the endpoint, that endpoint is just going to be what it's returning. So it's going to be response and then what it's returning. So it's going to be response dot whatever you're returning. So right here, you see I'm returning response. And you see before I was returning thread ID. So right here, thread/ID. So it's just so the capture what you want from Voiceflow is going to be response dot whatever you're returning pretty much. You can see return here, and you see JSON file is just turn it into a string. So that response, and then we can create whatever value we want. We call it answer. Let's call it answer. Create variable, and then let's put it right here. Talk text. I think to use a variable, you just do brackets, double brackets, answer. And I think that should work. Do I have to put another bracket? Let me see what I did here. Yeah, it's one bracket. I don't need double bracket. So let me remove this bracket right here and there. And then all we do is we're gonna take this block, and after it returns that block, it's always gonna come back. It's always gonna loop back to this value right here, and that's so you can ask it multiple questions. So anytime, yeah, so pretty much it'll allow you to ask the chat multiple questions. If I didn't loop it back to there, it would just stop after you ask one question. So since we wanted to answer multiple questions and have a conversation with you, we always want to loop back to this user reply. So always capture user reply and then go run these and go run the post endpoint again. And this is not as organized, but let's test this out. This doesn't look as clean as this. So this one looks way cleaner. If you go back, computer is so slow. Because I have so many tabs open. Need to delete some of my tabs. But yeah, this thing looks so much cleaner. Mine, it looks as ugly now, but whatever. So let's run this thing. So we can go play and test. Run test. What question should I ask it now? Let's see. What tools do we talk about? Let me see. What should I ask it? Been interested in tool called AI. Okay, let me do this. Let's go to Z. And you guys, if you guys have any questions you want me to ask it, tell me. What I want to get into website building. Do you know any tools do you know any AI tools that can help me with that? Yeah, you guys have any questions, just put it in the chat so I can ask it. Two hours long. I was like 2 hours is not that long. I see, ask the question. Okay, if you're looking to get what chat, just a sidekick, this tool is that creates a high conversion landing pages in seconds without any need for coding, design, or copyright. It's suitable for freelance web designers to streamline, blah, blah, blah. And then Chatbase is the AI tool. So it can give you Chatbase too, because you can use chatbots on your website. It's the AI tool that allows you to create customized chatbots. So you see how much value this. Like, imagine if we had this in our website group and you had all this knowledge, just all this information, and you can just go ask the chatbot, like, I want to do this. How does that work? Or I want to do this. What AI tool can help me with that? Imagine how valuable that would be. So, and I want to show you what happens if it fails. So, why is it so hard to move? No. Let me zoom out a little bit. Whatever. Oh my gosh. Why is it refresh? Let me to do refresh. And we're almost done, bro. We're almost done. This is long, bro. But we're almost done. I just want to show you a few more things so you guys have the full value of this live stream. So let me make this thing fail. I'm wondering how I should make this thing fail. Let me just give it a bad endpoint. Start E6, and then we're gonna run this thing. What are some yet? I see. It immediately failed. So when it failed, it goes here and says try and ask your question again. And if it still doesn't work, contact support. So it goes back to the failure block when it fails. So that was a cool trick to show you guys. And then one last thing, I won't show you guys I have some videos coming up to show you guys how to integrate this thing in WhatsApp or Microsoft Teams and all that. Because I showed you before in my video that I had this thing integrated. If you go to my Teams, refresh. What is this? Let me go to my Teams. Oops. Nope. Go to my Teams. I had this integrated in Microsoft Teams. So I'll show you guys. I have some videos coming up. I'll show you how you guys integrate using code and no code, how to integrate this thing in actual WhatsApp or Telegram or Teams. So I have some videos coming up. And then maybe if you guys are interested, we can have a part 2 or live stream, which will be far shorter, and how to actually integrate these things into how I can actually integrate this thing in the WhatsApp so you guys can use this in WhatsApp. So that could be that could be another live stream. But I'll have videos on these and how to actually doing Telegram and Instagram, all that. So I'll have videos coming up on this also. And for you guys, it won't be code. There'll be no code ways to do this also. So I'll have a bunch of ideas and videos come up for that on that. And I want to show you one more cool thing. Let me see if there's anything in the chat before I do anything. Okay. And we're in the final stretch, bro. We're almost done. We're in the final stretch. I just want to show you guys one more cool thing. Give you the full value for all the guys that are still here, the two people that are still here. Let's go to Z. I always forget where I'm at. Okay, let's go to GitHub, or let's go to our video. You can see that we have 2 templates. We have one more template here, and this is the multi-system functionality template. I'm low in time. I can't go over the multi-functionality stuff. But I just want to show you some cool things on this real quick. So download this template, go to the raw value. Go to Voiceflow, back to dashboard, go to import value. Yeah, import the latest value. Now we have Open Assistant. So what the difference between this assistant is that this one takes you. So we have multiple AI agents that do different tasks. So this chatbot specifically will, based on your question, will direct you to different agents that will answer your question. So you can see Airtable bot, data bot, last response bot. So we have a classification step. And what this thing does is use AI to figure out what to categorize your the question you ask. So if your question is based on sync information related to a lead or client, it will direct you to the Airtable bot. If your question is based on sales calls made by our sales team, it will direct you to the sales call bot. So this step allows you to direct you to different agents that can handle different tasks pretty much. So I'll just show you how to quickly set this thing up. So if you guys want to build a chatbot that can use multiple assistants or multiple agents, you at least have some idea how to do that. And I'll just do that real quick. It won't take that long, so I'll do that real quick. Oops. I'm gonna use this one here to show you how to do it. But so let me go here. Let me show you how to create a component first. So if you want to create a component, all you have to do is, let me see, where's the component step? Let me see. Okay, component. So you go to logic. You can go create a component. And yeah, component, not logic, component. And we can call it a new component. We call it WhatsApp test. Create component. You can see the component comes up here. So let's go back to our sales bot chain map and let's delete this real quick. And then we can direct it to here. So you can see in our classification, after that, we have assistant classified. That's an AI step. So if we go here, continue, we can use AI, and we use set AI. And this gives us a prompt that we can use. So let me see, what prompt should I give it? I can just say, doesn't really matter. The prompt doesn't really matter because I'm just showing you real quick. If the question is about AI, set variable to AI. If it's not about AI, set variable to non-AI. And let's create a new variable called let's see, category. Let's see, task. It's called task. We create a new variable called task. And then we're using AI model, not knowledge base. And does label even matter? Let me see why I did for label here. Yeah, label is just the name. So we can just do the same name here. You can see memory prompt. Okay. Let's go here. Assistant classified, prompt settings. We're using GPT Turbo here, max tokens, temperature. So now I think what we did here, classification, is that now based on we have a bunch of condition loops. Oops. And based on the condition loop, it'll take you to different assistants. So I mean, what I told the assistant here is that set the variable, this categorized variable, equal to a certain value based on what section it is. So if it's in the Airtable value, then they'll put the response will have Airtable in it. So the value will have Airtable in it, and based on that, the AI will know this code block here will know, hey, this is the Airtable bot. This question wants to use the Airtable bot. Let's direct to the Airtable bot. So we'll have the Airtable value in there. So you guys can actually you guys can later download this and read the prompt here to see what it's actually doing. But to show you how this prompt works really quick, let's add a condition loop. We want it, so let's see what's the condition loops logic. Okay, condition and add the variable condition. I have to say if it contains, because when I said if it's equal to, sometimes the AI task will add some extra stuff in the value that is not needed. So it's nice if you just said equal to, it won't work. So it's easier to say contains. Because like I said, prompting is important. Is so important. Getting AI to do what you want sometimes can be annoyingly hard. So prompting can be very important. And sometimes it just won't do what you want. You have to realize that, and you have to kind of adjust what you want to do based on that. Yeah, enter. Okay. So contains tasks. And I want it to go and call. Let's see. We can task. I'm gonna create a new component. One more component. Just go to logic component. Create a new component. WhatsApp group test 2. Create a new component. Okay. And I want to create, and it should contain task. It should contain, sorry, I don't know why I said task. It should contain AI. Okay. And then one more action, add condition. No, oops. I'll add. And then let me add one more loop. Condition. Well, again, the work is so annoying. Condition. See, it's working. Okay, now. Guess I don't. Let me see how to do this again. It contains. Okay, add condition. Chipping. Add condition. Variable contains. I think it was non-AI. Non-AI. Make sure. Yeah, non-AI. Let me make sure I copy and paste that. Why does this one have quotes and this one doesn't? Make sure I did that right. AI. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Contains condition 2 contains non-A. Let me copy and paste it. Make sure give it the right value. Oops. They do, bro. This thing can be annoying sometimes. Condition, whatever. Variable contains AI. Enter. Condition. If condition variable contains non-AI. Enter. Okay, now we have two conditions. So WhatsApp group. So if it equals 9, it will go to this WhatsApp group test, and then we'll create another request. And we'll do a post. Just copy what we already did before. So let's duplicate this. Ooh. I'm just gonna hardcode the values for this one for now. But let's see, post. Actually, I don't need to do that. So let's see, do get thread. That's almost a hard code. To make it faster, I'm just gonna hard code the thread ID for this one. So Back to dashboard. Let's just take what we already did for this one. Post. Copy this URL. Content. Content type. Application JSON. Body raw. We copied this, but I'm actually gonna hard code the thread ID. I don't think I need the brackets or hard code in it, so let's see. I'll test it out and see if I need the brackets. I'm gonna take a thread ID that we already mentioned here. The thread ID should be here. Okay, bet. And did it print out thread ID? Okay, thread ID. I can just copy and paste this right here. So I'm just gonna take a thread ID that we already did before instead of trying to create a new one, since this is just for tests. It didn't work like that. Ugh, I just copied it again. Thread. Copy. Go here. Copy quotes. Let's see if that works. Oops. Last utterance thread /chat. So is still running. Oh, that's one thing I mentioned. So when you're actually doing this thing in prod, you're gonna have to actually deploy this to production. So this, what I'm doing right here, when I'm running it, is for dev, so it's not always available. So I sometimes have to go rerun it. So if you build these things for clients or you build it for your business or whatever, you need to actually deploy this thing in production. You need to go here, deploy, and pick whatever one you want. I might have to go do a video on this, but you're gonna have to actually deploy in production for this when you're actually doing it for your business or clients. So that's a big thing to mention. And then let's go back to what we're doing here. So now that's why I was getting the network issue. So I already copy and paste this thing. What are two AI tools? This is basic. I just want to test if this thing works. If I just hard code. Yeah, it works. These tools especially relevant. Yeah, makes me feel it works. The only thing is now it's not using. Again, this is where you have to fix the problem. It's using some another AI tool that I never mentioned in my thing. So again, probably have to, if I was doing this in production, I'll go back and update the prompt, make sure it only talks about AI tools in our knowledge base. Again, this is what prompting is big, because getting this thing to do what you want sometimes is annoying. It does a lot of hallucination. If you go see somebody's chatbot in a website, you go ask it, like, let me say if it's a real estate chatbot and they have a chatbot, if you go ask them what's the fastest animal, you'll see that the chatbot will actually answer the question. But in reality, you don't want it to answer that question. You only want to answer specific questions that are in your knowledge base or relate to it. So that's why prompting this to make sure it works as intended is so important. Okay, and then so it worked, or we tested it. So what we just want to do is when it hits success, talk. We have to create a value. We have to send this. What value do you want to capture the response? Response, and let's create a new value called answer. We create another value called answer again. response, apply, create new value, answer, and then create a text, talk, text, answer, do. Okay, continue. Okay, and then what we do want to do when it goes to non-AI, talk and say, we only answer questions about AI. There. Now let's see how this works. We'll see how this works. Run test. What's the fastest animal? Let's see if it works. So it still went to the AI one. So we have to improve this AI prompt. See, look, and the answer. So yeah, prompting is very important. We have to. If I was going to come back here, if I was going to come back and do some production, or I was going to add it to our WhatsApp group, I would go and prompt it to make sure it only answers AI questions, or I'll use another prompt behind it to make sure that it blocks any questions that are not like AI tools. So let's go and improve this prompt to make sure it actually works. I think one thing is I said that if it contains AI, so this thing might be send a response that contains AI in it. So maybe that's not a good thing. I should say, let's say if the question is about AI, set the variable to, let's say set the variable to Alozie AI. Okay, let's see if that does anything. It might be sending some type of response that has AI in it anyway, so that this might not be an effective variable to use. If I had more time, I would log this and show you what it was sending, but this thing has been already long enough, so it's not extended for too long. We'll just test. Now let's go back. Run. What is the fastest animal? I probably have to make a video on prompting too and show you how to go and prompt because, like I said, prompting, it's very hard to get this AI to do what you want sometimes. And it's still going there. So let's see what change I can make. Yeah, it's also a typo. Let me see. Let's do let's add a step here. Talk text. And let's print out tasks. Generate. Oops. Yeah, let's print out, no, cancel. We want to print out tax. So let's run this thing again. Go back, let's run this thing. Let's see what it's printing out. Run test. What is fastest animal? What is the fastest animal? What is the fastest animal? It's taking longer than expected. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is where it's sending to clarify the question is related to AI. So it's just print out the prompt. It's not send the variable. So that's interesting. It's interesting. And then so it's sending the variable to the actual prompt. So this again, Prompting is so important. It's so hard to get because now what this prompt is doing is just taking this prompt and applying it to tasks. But I want it to take a value and apply it to tasks. So let me just go to ChatGPT and see if I can prove it. See, go to ChatGPT, notification. Yeah, but we're almost done. We're almost finished. Like 5 more minutes and we're done. This last part, and then we're good. So, can you improve this prompt to make sure it sets these two values to tasks based off the question. No, stop is during code. This is a prompt. This is a prompt for the AI for the AI to do. Okay, no, it's not understanding. No, I want to create a prompt that sets that will make AI return the value I need that will use later in my code. I don't. The AI itself won't be writing code and typing code. Okay. Hopefully this one will work. Okay, hopefully this will work. Hopefully run is the fastest animal. So let's see if this works. It's crazy. It's still returning. Okay, I see. It's not getting the question. So let's go back. I see what the issue is. Let's go back to the classification. How is it getting a response? Okay, based on, so that's what we should have done. Based on, so that's, again, why prompting is so big. So I missed something very important in the prompt, and that's why it wasn't working properly. From last utterance. Okay. Now we're gonna run this thing. Run. What is the fastest animal? What is the fastest animal? What is the fastest animal? Let's see if it works this time. It worked, not an AI, but it still replied. So now let's go back. So it worked. And go back. Yeah, I should have gone to this one if that's the case. And make sure condition 1. And okay, so that's weird. Let me try this. Let me see this one more time. Oops. So this isn't chatbot. Run test. What is the fastest animal? So it's still going. For some reason, it's still going to. That's weird. Let me see what the issue is here real quick. It should go to. That's weird. Okay, let me delete this task right here. There. Let me try to run it again. What is the fastest animal? Okay. Okay, so it's not going to the. It's weird. Let me see what I did here. What's that good? System classify. Non-AI. The heck? Sorry, debugging this. I want to get this thing working for you guys so you can see almost done, but I gotta get this thing working for you. There's one more final issue that we gotta figure out right here. Why is it going there even though the value it equals is different? I'm just trying to see what's up with this. Alozie AI. Alozie AI value contains. Let me delete this thing. Task text. Task. And then just run this thing. Yeah, somehow it's going to. So it's not going to that bracket. It's weird. Condition 2. So this condition 2 that's not working. Contains. No, and we'll start with contains. Let me see what value. Let me copy and paste what value it's sending. Fastest See classification contains. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing wrong now. It's such a simple thing I missed. A variable contains non-AI. Enter, but what variable contains? We need to enter the actual variable that contains. So this was something so simple I wasn't doing. Something so simple. Something so simple. Task contains. Erase it up. Task contains non-AI. See condition. Yeah. And then we have to go pick the task. Something so simple, so simple. And then let's go. Yeah, now let's go run it. So and now hopefully this should work this time. What is the fastest animal? Oopsie, that wrong. Go back. Go back, sorry. Run test. What is the fastest animal? See, it says non-AI, so we only answer questions about AI. Now if I ask, what are some AI tools? Go back here, run it. What are some AI tools? This will take longer because now it's going to call the endpoint. But now it's going to use AI to determine if the question is AI or non-AI. And then based on what the value returns, it'll either send it'll either talk to the AI agent or just send, no, this is a non-AI question. We'll answer questions about AI. Yeah, it's calling. See? Now it's answered. Now, again, I need to improve. If I want to continue this, I have to improve this prompt so it only talks about tools in our knowledge base. Because it's talking about tools not in our knowledge base now. But see that it just kind of go over the how I kind of made my voice flow go to different agents based on the response or answer. So yeah, that was a 2 hour and 46-minute chatbot. Nobody's here now, but hey, that was a good call though. That was a good call. Long call, good call, but a lot of information. Hopefully you guys go and rewatch this because definitely dumped a lot of info on this. All right then. Peace out.